Hi Bells, it's Sarah Stanford here with your weekly BBTs. Last week we discussed and I showed you the birdcage, one of the headpieces that you can wear on your wedding day, the more modern, more popular style of headpieces. Well, this week I wanted to kind of show all of our brides and all of our belles the various type of more traditional headpieces, i.e. the veil, right? For the brides who aren't really necessarily a big fan of the birdcage. So what I want to do today is show you just a few of the different types of traditional veils, because there are quite a few, and you can take a look and kind of decide what you're liking and what you're not liking. The first thing I wanted to start with today was a traditional fingertip veil. Now the traditional veils are made out of a material called tulle. Tulle is very light, it's see-through. Most of you know it. It's similar to what is used under like the crinoline skirts and that sort of thing. That's a little bit thicker, but they're usually very light and very flowy and made of this tulle material. This particular fingertip veil also has quite a bit of beading towards on the edging and all the way down, which is nice just to add a little bit of extra sparkle, especially if your gown doesn't have a lot of beading on it. Okay, and then all veils are going to come with a comb clip, which is what you're going to use to put in your hair to hold the veil in place so it stays nice and in place throughout the entire ceremony. Okay, so the way you place a veil on the head is you're going to take the veil and kind of turn the comb clip towards you. So it should look like this when you're getting ready to put it in your hair. Okay, and so what you're going to do, you're going to take it around the back, and now where you place the veil is really a personal choice. Some ladies like to place it further up top. Some ladies like to place it, further all the way down in the back, especially if you're doing like a ponytail or something. That's very nice. But for the purpose of today's video, we're just going to put it somewhere in the middle, right around here. And make sure it's nice and snug, okay? And so when you do that, you end up with your fingertip veil. And it's called fingertip for a reason, because it comes down right along to where your fingers start. Some of them may even come a little bit further down here. Okay, now this particular veil is also what you call a double layer veil. You have double layer, single layer, and triple layer veils. This double layer veil, the reason for it is, long time ago when ladies used to wear the blusher over their head, when they walked down the aisle and they kept this blusher on their head throughout the whole ceremony, so on and so forth, and to keep themselves quote-unquote veiled for their husband. And then once they were pronounced man and wife, the husband would take the veil off and kiss his bride or salute his bride. 90% of brides aren't doing that anymore. Most of them, if they wear the veil, they just wear it back like this. Okay, so this is our first veil, which is a fingertip veil. So I'm going to take that one off, and I'm going to show you very quickly also another style of veil, which is a single layer veil, which is this one. And if you notice, it's just one layer, and this is more of a shoulder length. I mean, it falls a little bit below the shoulder, but it's more of a shoulder length. So same thing, put it on, place it in the same spot, and then you have your single layer veil, which is a lot lighter, and maybe for a beach wedding or something like that if you don't want anything too heavy. Okay, the next veil I want to show you is our cathedral veil. Now a cathedral veil is something that's really, really appropriate if it is you're going to be having a large wedding in a church with a big ball gown. This particular veil is a double layer, so you can see both layers. Cathedral veil. Standard cathedral veils are going to run about 108 inches. Some of them can go up to 120, even 125. And they're usually going to flow right around where your train is, or sometimes even past your train. Okay, so this one is similar. Put it on in the same manner. This particular one, however, has a little bit more volume at the top, which some of the ladies like quite a bit, right? And so you have a little bit more volume, and then you have all of this, which by the way is really, really pretty for pictures. Your photographer can do a lot when you have all of this material and all of this veil going on. So this is another option. Okay, and the last option I wanted to show you, which is not extremely popular, but it's still a very, very nice look, is the mantilla veil. Kind of very J-Lo-esque kind of veil. She's worn this in, don't remember which wedding it was, but one of the 2 or 3, right? And what's nice about the mantilla veil, it's made of the same material, but it has a full lace edging. Some of the lace and some of the veils will be larger, some of them will be smaller. This particular veil does not have a comb clip to attach it, so you can do one of 2 things. When putting on this veil, you can actually just have it sit a little bit further back on the head, and you can use some bobby pins to hold it in place, and then you just have the nice lace edging kind of framing your face. So that's one option. The other option, which is actually quite Kate Middleton-esque, but her fabric, her lace was a little bit thinner, is to wear it fully over the head like this, right? So that is another option that you can do with this veil. Very traditional, very Spanish inspired, but also could be very appropriate and look really, really pretty with the right lace gown or the right gown to go with it. Okay, so I'll take that off. So that's my tip for this week, or BBT for this week, is just try the different veils. There are a lot of them out there. Don't get yourself stuck in just only one style. See what works best with the dress that you've selected, okay? So I hope our BBT this week was helpful. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend, and as always, make it blissful.